welcome back to the channel. The news, nothing on Jim. Let's get to it. So today we're diving on into another fantastic book tag. We're diving on into the no disclaimers book tag. So let's go. Question number 1 in this tag is, which trope in books annoys you the most? And I have to go with like insta-love or a failed attempt at enemies to lovers. Because like, you know when that's like they meet, they have a slight grievance, and then you're like, they're gonna end up together. I really don't love it. I feel like it's very rare that books do that well. I don't like it when they do that either. Try harder. Question number 2 in this tag is, which authors do you feel like are overrated? And I feel like it's Cassandra Clare. Like, she's just okay. Like, I enjoyed the books when I was younger. I feel like I need to return to that series because, like, it is kind of like top tier back in the day. Trash. Question number 3 in this tag is, what are your least favorite books since joining BookTube? And I decided to give you my top 3. So, this is based upon the star rating I've given these books. So we have Death Cure, Everything, and It Ends With Us. Those were just like some interesting books. I feel like I may have read the Maze Runner series wrong in the sense that I watched the movies and then went to the books. Like, I don't know what it is. There's just like a lot going on in the books for me, especially with like the mind to like telepathy. I can't say that word. Mind linking business. Like, what is that? Like, I think I found that rather confusing. Everything, I kind of knew what was going to be like happening in that book, where she wasn't actually allergic to anything and was fine. And then It Ends With Us. It like has a raft of problems that I know everybody has issues with, so I don't even feel bad for not liking that one. Question number 4 in this tag is, what is a terrible ending that ruined an otherwise quality book? Now, I think I have been preaching on the channel the wrong ending to Interview with the Vampire for some reason. I think I got in my head the way that it was worded that Louis turned the interviewer into a vampire, but that was not the case. I don't know why. I asked the internet, and they're like, you might be getting confused with the movie, which does that. You might be getting confused because the interviewer is like obsessed with becoming a vampire after hearing the story, even though Louis is like, it's a horrible life and I fucking hate it. Let's step into the sun. And like, just confused why the like interviewer just wants to be a vampire at the end of that book. Like, it's very weird. And I think like it's to connect it to the next book, which is The Vampire Lestat, that the interviewer might go looking for him to get turned. Question number 5 in this tag is, what fictional characters do you wish weren't killed off? And there's 2 that come to mind. Nehemia from Throne of Glass. Why? I was like so devastated. I'm like, why would you do this? You actually ruined my book experience with this. I didn't think she was dead. Like, when the moment happens, I was like, what? And I was like Googling, and I'm like, this is like fucked. I mean, like, it kind of had to happen for story purposes, but I kind of hate that it did. The second person I have in mind is Davy Price. I don't know how to say the last name. From The Knife of Never Letting Go, the sequel. That annoyed the shit out of me, and probably majority of the people that read that book, because he was like just coming back around, like just going through like a character arc from like a shithead to like a good person. I was like, I can't wait to see this. And then they killed him. And I've actually thought of an extra one, so we can do top 3. Matthias from Crooked Kingdom. Why would you, like, why did you have to do it? He was so cool. So cool. I loved his character. I loved him and Nina. Like, why? Question number 6 in this tag is, what are some of your bookish pet peeves? And my thing is, I really hate it on hardbacks, on the little like cover sheet outside, that the blurb is not on the back of the book, that it's on the inside cover bit. I hate that. Why would you do that? Do you hate people? Because like the back of it is just like reviews from other authors or reviews from like, you know, newspapers. It's just like, why is this here? Can you just put the blurb here? Like, that can be on the inside cover. Like, stop it. Stop doing it. Question number 7 in this tag is, what are some books that deserve more recognition? And I'm picking a top 3. So I've got Barefoot Dancing. That is like one of my favorite books. Like, I feel like that should be added into the Australian curriculum, because I feel like it's very accurate to how school is like in Australia, or in some schools, not all. Then I have Our Wives Under the Sea, because I just think that is just like a very interesting book that processes grief. Or from my perspective, I have spoken about this in other videos about how it's like, from what I see, from what I've read, it is the like wife processing that her wife died at sea. So I think it's a very good one. I don't know if it's underappreciated or not noticed, but it's definitely one to pick up. It's very interesting and a little bit macabre. And then I have The Giver, because I just think that is like one of the best dystopians that has ever been made ever. It is so interesting. It's not got anything to do with love really, but the movie brought that layer in, which I didn't mind. I know a lot of people had issues with it, but it has such a very interesting story, and like, by no fault of their own, the characters are doing stuff because they don't have any emotion, and it's just so lovely to see this layer of like this person understanding emotion for the first time and is just so excited by it. Like, is not scared, is just wants to experience life to the fullest, and that's what I feel like the book's truly about. And it's just lovely. I've not had a chance to pick up the other books, but I know that people rave about the series, like The Giver being the best one in it. But I know that people really love it, and I would love to go and read the series. I've just been neglecting it. Question number 8 in this tag, which is also the last question in the tag, is what are your thoughts on censorship and banning books? I think that some books do need to be banned, and some books do need to be censorized, but I also feel like people should have access to the books that they want to read and want to learn about. But I also know that there is like more radical books that probably shouldn't be in circulation. Some people may know ones I'm referring to, but I also think it's a fine line between learning and embracing something, and then really doubling down and like executing some of the stuff that's written in those books into real life, into modern day, where it's no longer relevant. So I think it's a fine line that we walk sometimes, but I also think that people should have the free will, have the access to books if they would like them. I think it's a very hard question, and it's also a very saucy one to have at the end here. But I think I'm more on the side of like, if you want to read a book, you should have access to that book, but also when you're reading like stuff written by people who have very radical ideas, you have to be careful, and take a step back and think of what you think as a person, not what somebody is telling you as well. This is so dramatic for our last question in book tag. I feel like it's a very big one to have in here. Anyway guys, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, subscribe, because it's always nice, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.